Hi there. Today we're going to be doing a little prospecting for our lovely state of Pennsylvania. So let's get on Razor's Edge NXT and have some fun. Alright guys, let's start by making some lists. Okay, so I went over to lists, I selected constituents, and let's build a new list. So my suggestion is to first get to know who we know in the state. Okay, so let's start by filtering down our constituents by location. Okay, and here where it says state, we're gonna hit Pennsylvania. That's probably PA. PA. Ooh, there it is. Select that and apply filters. This is step one, just to see what numbers we're working with in the area. And again, these are not just donors, these are alumni, these are friends of ours. Okay, we're almost at 60,000 people in that state that we have in our database. Okay? So that's kind of cool. You can export this list already and play around with it if you want a list this big. My suggestion is not to have a list this big. So in this instance, let's say we're looking for somebody that's more of a major donor that has giving history. Let's start funneling this list down a little bit. Maybe somebody that's dropped off that used to give to us and hasn't given in a couple years. We want to maybe re-tap them, re-engage with them. So let's hit giving. And let's start to kind of play a little bit deeper with Razor's Edge NXT. Okay, so let's say their latest gift of, I don't know, a major gift in your state might vary from a major gift amount in another state. But I'm going to look for anybody that gave $1,000 to Pennsylvania. Within a specific range. So let's say January 1st, 2010. You don't want to maybe try to re-tap somebody that we really haven't had an interaction with in more than one decade. And let's say that they just didn't give in the last 2 years. 2017. Okay, and remember it's going to look inside of the total, which is the total number of people that we already know is in Pennsylvania. Okay, so it is processing. And now we're down to 115 folks. So that's kind of a good list, all right? And we can start to see who these people are, and we can also start to add to-dos. Follow-ups, any type of things we want to do. Or we can add a note, like, oh, I remember Ahold Financial Services. I used to work with them, or I know a neighbor that works there. You can go ahead and start adding notes. So let's say you spoke with somebody there once. Conversation with CEO. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you can easily add a note to a record from within this list. And remember, you can save this list later to reference again. So something that's going to be fun here, of course, as we're prospecting, always make sure that you have an output of assigned to. You don't want to cross paths with people or constituents that are already assigned to relationship managers. Remember that. I went ahead and I clicked it, asking it to sort by people that are assigned, if they have fundraisers assigned to them. And it looks like all of these folks are unassigned, which means they are up for grabs. Okay? So we've also got here a total of lifetime giving, first gift, latest gift, greatest gift, and you can kind of see also what it is they're interested in. Now, if they're rides folks, remember, you would have to touch base with the rides team before reaching out. But look, here's a $1,000 gift, a corporate donation. It was one time. We don't have any actions of stewardship or cultivation in their record, so you may want to reach out to this Lincoln Benefits group. And then something else that's kind of fun while you're prospecting is to see what other information we can figure out about them, right? So maybe some estimations. Let's click on that. On wealth ratings. Recommended ask amounts. Okay. Let's just see what else we can find out about this list of 115 people. Now, these are 115 people that you can engage with very specifically, right? You can start calling, or you can write letters, not to ask for money because we've been disengaged with them, but just to get them back into the fold and maybe just share with them an impact report or invite them to the next walk, just to get them involved again. So, let's see, we've got some ratings on some folks. Maximum ask amount of $5,000. Let's see who that is. And it might be a little hard to read sliding around like that, so let's move those columns over. To somewhere where I can see it. Okay, maximum ask amount for Mr. Charles Kahn. So if you know him, great, stick in a note. If you'd like to be assigned to him, assigned to any of these folks, submit a ticket to the data team, and we'll make sure that they're assigned to you. And if you want to schedule an action, you want to make sure somebody reaches out to Miss Lori Miller and cultivates her. Okay, now you can add this to do for yourself or for somebody else on your team. So here an example, I'm going to add an action to Miss Lori Miller's record. And I can do that just from here. Add action. Awesome. Now specifically, I would like somebody on my team to call her, okay? And just to cultivate, not to solicit. I want to make sure that this is either high or low priority. If it's neither, don't click anything there. And I want them to go ahead and call her next Tuesday. Okay? And a summary of what I want this person to do is to reach out and invite her to our walk. Also, take this opportunity when you're reaching out in order to cultivate a relationship that maybe has been kind of cold for a while, to have them give you updated contact information. Okay? And if we have a phone number, then it can be a call, but I just realized we don't have a phone number for this person. So, let's try email. Do we have an email address for Lori? We do. Okay, so now I've turned this task into an email in the future, and I would like it to be assigned to my friend Mansoor to complete. Okay? There we go. There he is. Okay? Now if you want to add any attachments, like for example, if you want to be a little helpful, you can go ahead and add any impact reports or files or links that you think that person should maybe also share. And then you go ahead and you hit save. Okay? And then you're going to get that little pop-up. And Mansoor is going to get that reminder when he logs into Razor's Edge. Okay? Into NXT. So, we just did a little bit of prospecting, super basic. We went from a big state list to a much smaller list of 115 people. And from here, we can kind of look at some of the wealth analytics that we do have, or you can go ahead and Google. And those are the folks that maybe you want to take an even deeper look at. And in this instance, we targeted people who we had been friends with before, but that friendship kind of cooled off in order to touch base with them and get them excited about Best Buddies again. So I hope that you have enjoyed this, and if you have any questions or would like to see any videos, just make sure you email me. You could also email helpmewithari@bestbuddies.org. Bye!